Namaste everyone, my name is Shrikant Rangal. In this video, we'll be talking about assembling all the parts of the stuffing box. Now you should have already created all the parts and you should have saved it in a folder like this. And when you have done that, you can start assembling them. So first, of course, I have to take a new file, and instead of part, I have to go for an assembly file here. So click on assembly, click OK. So when the assembly file opens up, it will be like this. So on the left, you can see an option to browse the different parts and add it to the assembly. So we have to click on browse here, and then we have to choose all the parts. So if your parts are placed in some other folder, you may have to go there. Right? So in my case, I want the stuffing box. You can see all the stuffing box parts are located here. So the first part I have to insert will be the body. So click on open and click on this tick mark right here. Once you do that, you can see that the body part has been placed here, and by default the first part that is inserted will remain fixed. So that's what the F in the bracket is telling us. So that means that this part which we have inserted is fixed. We cannot move it around. So you can just click and drag, but it will not move. Let us insert the next part. So go to the assembly tab here, click on insert components. Once again, you will get the same option. Now the next part I have to insert is a gland. So click on open and click somewhere here. Next, we have to constrain it properly along with this. So the center of this has to match the center of this. So click on the mate option here at the top. Then click on this cylindrical surface here and another cylindrical surface. So it doesn't matter whether you are selecting inside or outside, because these two are concentric. They both will have the same axis. So once you selected, click on this tick mark here. After this, you can click and drag it. You can click and drag it like this to see how it has been constrained. So the axis of this will always match the axis of this one. You may observe here that we forgot to place the holes for assembling the stud parts here. No problem, we have to just open the part file and edit it before that happens. So right click on the part and choose here the option to open the file. And you can see that the part file has become open. Right? So the assembly file is open in the background, and the part file for that particular part which we selected is now open. Now we have to select this top part, top face, and we have to go for sketch. Now I'll just create a construction line, a center line. I'll just align it properly. Click 2 points here on the axis. Then the midpoint and this plane, I will make it coincident. So when I move this, you can see it is varying same on both the sides. I'll create a circle at this end point and at this end point. The radius for both of them need to be same. So select this, press Ctrl and click on this. Now when both the circles are selected, you will get an option to make it equal. Now both the radii are equal. You can drag and check that. Now let us give the dimensioning. The distance between the holes is 84. So give the distance between the holes as 84. And the diameter of both the circles is 18. I'll give that as 18. Now you can see they have become black, which means they are now ready. Come out of that, select the sketch, go to features and select extruded cut. Now extruded cut, when you select, instead of blind, you have to select to next. Right. If you select through all, then it will make the hole even at the bottom here. We should not select that. We should select up to next, so that it will remove the material only up to the next face, whichever comes there. Click on the tick mark here and you can see these are the holes. Now the same we need to do with the other part. Before that, we have to save this. After saving, we can close this part. Click on yes when it is asking you to rebuild the assembly. And here you can see that since the part has been changed, that change has got reflected in the assembly. Now we need to edit the part file of the gland. So right click again, choose on this folder and make the necessary changes. The diameter of that, you can see it is 13. 13 is the diameter. Once again, you can see it is completely black, so it is now constrained. Come out of that, select the sketch, the features, and extruded cut. Once again, I'll be using the option to next here. Click on the tick mark. Now that it is over, I'll select the option to save this, and I will close this part. Again, it will ask whether you want to rebuild the assembly. Click on yes. So you can see that change has reflected here. Once again, I think we made a small mistake over here. Actually, the radius of this arc is 18. The whole diameter is actually supposed to be 12. So once again, we have to go to the part, edit that part, edit this one. Let's do 12. Click on exit, close it. When it is asking you to save, click on yes. When it is asking you to rebuild, click on yes. Now you can see that is coming out properly. Coming to the next parts, we need to assemble the bushing. So go ahead, click on the insert component, click on the bushing, click open. Now we have to constrain it again. Once again, click on the mate option, select this cylindrical part, select this cylindrical part, it will mesh properly. Click on the tick mark and then click now on this surface over here and the top face of this bush here, so that the bush stays here at this exact location. Then click on the tick mark. Yes. You can see that the bushing has situated here exactly at the bottom, and from the top we can insert the gland into this, and now this top and bottom holes, they need to come in the same line. For that we will first insert the studs. So go to insert components, click on stud and the nut, both of them by pressing Ctrl, click open. So one by one you can place them both. So one more copy of these you have to insert. So once again go to insert components, select the nut and stud once again by pressing Ctrl, click open, click it 2 times. Once again we have to assemble that. Click on mate, click on this cylindrical body and this cylindrical body. Click on the tick mark, click and drag this part a little above. Once again click on mate, click on this bottom face here, which has to be in contact with this face here. Click on OK. Once again, the next mate, we have to keep this cylinder on coaxial with this cylinder. Click on OK. So now you can see that the assembly is properly functioning. The same you have to do for the other stud. So click on the mate, select this cylindrical part, select inside cylindrical part, and click the tick mark, then select this top face, then select this bottom face of the stud. Click on OK. Now we just need to mate the nuts. So click on the mate option, click on the inner cylinder of this nut and the outer cylinder of this one. Click OK. Then the next mate has to be between this face of the nut and this top face of the gland. Click on OK. Do the same for the other nut. So mate, the cylinder, Click OK. This face, I put this one. Click OK. Once everything is assembled, it will look somewhat like this. So this completes our assembly of the stuffing box. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this, of course, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe the channel for further updates like this. Thank you.